I'm gonna do this. I'm going to make Shrek on Xbox a Patreon goal. If I get $100 a month on Patreon, I will do Shrek on Xbox Story Mode. If I get $200 a month on Patreon, I will do Shrek on Xbox Race Mode.
Huh.
So y'all want to see me do it? Give me the money. So I'm not doing it for free.
Anyways, do you remember Cypher's friends from KH2?
Yeah. There's the one girl, the girl that says whatever, one word sentences, and there's the other guy that says as if, or you know.
No, the other guy always ends his sentences with you know. Yeah, well, they're right here. The Final Fantasy VIII versions. The girl always, anytime she says her one-word sentences, she always talks in all caps. And supposedly that's because in Japan she talked in a different dialect of Japanese, except for one scene where she tries to talk down Cypher and she actually starts talking normally.
And VV was Final Fantasy IX, was he?
Yeah, well, Vivi's a boy, first of all. And Vivi was 9, yes. I mean, Vivi was voiced by a woman, but he's not a woman. I'm trying to see if any of these people have... Oh, she has good spells, so I'll kill him first. So as you see, thanks to the junction system, I'm a bit overpowered. And as you see, he uses a beating stick in combat, and she uses like a pinwheel thing, and she also wears an eye patch.
The eye patch meme. Pirates.
Generally, I always prefer the actual Final Fantasy characters to their KH counterparts, because it seems like the KH counterparts are like neutered in some ways. By the way, Final Fantasy VIII is one of the... Just like 7, it's set in a modernized, futuristic world.
Yeah.
But then 9 is in medieval times. With some steampunk elements.
I think... Yeah, Final Fantasy is weird. It's both medieval and futuristic at the same time.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I think the only games in the series that were truly just medieval fantasy were the first 3 games. The 4, 5, and 6 were also medieval fantasy, but they did have some science fiction steampunk elements. Like, 4 had a spaceship that could go to the moon. I think, and 6 was very steampunk-like. In fact, at point 6 felt like it was almost Victorian era, because there was also the Phantom Train that was a very 1800s like. And now he's starting to hit us. Decision. Destroy. Oh, now she's using Meteor. In this game, limit breaks kind of work like days, where you're more likely to get them if you're at low health. Like right now, Zell I'll be able to use a limit break with, probably. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Zach. Oh, shit. Wake him up. Actually, before we try healing her... Oops. Let's use the dog limit break. Let's see what the dog does. The dog. Oh my god, the dog is overpowered.
The baby limit break?
Yeah, the baby limit break.
What, they give it baby kisses? Or
No, that dog gave babies death, alright.
Or win the redneck mode on the enemy?
Yeah, it did. And now... Oh, now Squall can do his limit break. You know what? I think I'm going to cure her, and it's Squall's turn to do a limit break. Perfect, but then no follow-up hit, and now he's dead. I don't know, she's still... Yeah, we still have to fight her. Oh god, she casted regen. Let's see what Angel Wing does. I know that this character here was added to the new Dissidia. Okay, I don't know what that did. Oh, makes her use magic. But now Squall's gonna do some heavy hitting again. If he does Lionheart, she's done. Oh, he's not doing it. Oh, she's done. You're not streaming this now?
I am streaming it now.
Oh, you are, so all this is captured. There we go. Oh, we got Strength Ups, Mega Elixir, 20 AP, Retreat Temporary. And then very soon we're going to see you trying to edit.
Maybe. I still gotta learn. I still watch the videos to learn how to do it. I was gonna do that. I was gonna watch some videos how to edit. If you were gonna do, we were gonna screen share. So
all I'm trying to do right now is make. All right. I need to get Ned level up so I can unlock the Doom Train summon, and I'm probably just gonna give it a funny little name. All right, so let's start healing. Actually, let me see if I can junction some shit. This is what the junction system is. You basically have to frickin' draw magic from enemies, and then... Alright, maybe junction double. And then... Eh. I have to change things up to where he can get vitality. don't want to give anybody the Kuraga as a junction because we need that for healing. Oh, there we go. 20 more luck. Or hell, I might just give Zell the freaking Kuraga. Yeah, why not? Oh, I also have to make sure they can do random encounters so I can get more AP. Alright, get rid of encounter none. Maybe give her vitality. Oh, and right here, let's see. Here are the bigs and wedge of this game.
So why did Final Fantasy go Star Wars?
I guess it's just a small little reference.
Yeah, see, they were in. I know they were in 4. At least not in the original game. I think they were in the sequel game. I don't know. Were they in the original Final Fantasy 4? I know they were in the after years.
I don't know. I know in Final Fantasy, they were in Final Fantasy VI. They're the soldiers that are basically commanding the possessed Terra around, the brainwashed Terra.
Yeah, and then 7, they're part of Avalanche.
In 7, they're part of Avalanche. In 8, they're soldiers for the Galbadian army.
Yeah, I remember that word from your RPG.
Well, yeah, in the RPG, that was what Middle School Shnick did. He made Biggs and Wedge soldiers, and then freaking fake Shnick executes them. But, thing is, I know I was describing the worlds of all the Final Fantasy games. I would actually argue Final Fantasy XII is very Star Wars-esque. Because, like, the entire plot is very similar to Star Wars. Like, essentially, your main character, Vaughn, is basically nothing more than a low-life farm boy who kind of just runs errands in a desert-like area. Not even really a farm boy, like he just kind of runs errands in a desert area. He comes across a bounty hunter who has a very strong airship, and he has a partner who's not human. And they all meet up with a princess who's the leader of a resistance against an evil empire.
Except is the princess the twin of the hero?
No, she is not.
Oh, that's another meme in Final Fantasy. Sid.
Well, funny thing is, Final Fantasy XII actually has more than one Sid.
Oh.
There's Dr. Sid, who is actually the father of Balthier, the bounty hunter, and he's one of the game, and it's notably the first Sid who's actually one of the game's villains. And then there's another Sid who plays a much more minor role, who's called Al Sid, who's kind of a resistance member. Notably, he wears sunglasses, even though the game is supposed to be in medieval times. With a lot of steampunk elements, though. Actually, more so futuristic elements. I mean, actually, even though there actually are a pair of twin siblings in Final Fantasy XII akin to Star Wars. At the start of the game, Vaughn's brother Rex is a knight helping Captain Bosch, and then Bosch ends up executing him. And then Vaughn later seeks out to kill Bosch for killing his brother, but then we find out it's not Bosch that did it. Bosch was framed by his twin brother Gabranth, who is one of the leading judges with the evil empire. Basically, Gabranth is the Darth Vader of the game. Because he's with the villains, but then towards the end of the game, he has a change of heart and helps you defeat the stand-in for the Emperor VIII. Except Vane's not an old man with heavy scarring on his face. He's actually a young man.
That reminds me. Speaking of Star Wars, like lore about it. There's been some backstory. Where did that one guy come from? The Shnick guy.
Supreme Leader Snoke? Nobody knows because they killed him off too early.
I've heard theories that he was like Emperor Palpatine's master.
I mean, a lot of people loved shitting on Star Wars Episode 8, but I'll admit, I didn't think it was a bad movie, but the way they killed off the Supreme Leader Snoke way too early, yeah, that was no good. I don't think. Then let's see. We can't go that way.
I also heard about the first 6 movies. Like the first 3 movies can be considered Obi-Wan's story. The second 3 movies can be considered Luke's story. And also together are Anakin's story.
I mean, that's why George Lucas never really wanted to make a sequel trilogy, because the whole thing was Anakin's story, and then Episode 6 ended with his redemption, and that's where the story ended.
And basically all the stuff he did do was like in between, like Rebels, and Clone Wars.
I mean, I actually do want to watch the Clone Wars animated series. Because thankfully its events are still canon, since Rebels brings it up heavily.
Are both Clone Wars canon or just the one series? There's two.
No, well, there's 2 of them. One made by the guy who did Samurai Jack, and then there's the 3D one. The 3D one's canon.
Oh, the other one isn't canon?
No.
I think it was Cartoon Network. I think that was Cartoon Network one.
They were both Cartoon Network, actually, though the 3D one's now owned by Disney.
Plus, it was more the graphics. I think that one took place between 2 and 3 airing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it took the 2D one, I think, was meant to bridge the gap between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. In fact, I think the last episode of the 2D one directly led into Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I think they actually had Anakin getting promoted. I think I remember that Anakin became a Jedi in that one, and Obi-Wan became a master.
And then Episode 3, like, one of the reasons why Anakin was getting all angry is because they wouldn't promote him to master. But yeah, like, Rebels prove that the Clone Wars series is still canon because Darth Maul ended up returning in the Clone Wars series, and he also returns in Rebels, and we also get to see him die.
He also,
and then, huh?
He also apparently, spoiler alert, he also returns in Solo.
Yeah, he does make a cameo in Solo, which is pretty cool because that lets the movies connect with the animated series a lot more. Like, do you know the character? I think his name is Saw Gerrera from Rogue One.
No, can't place.
He's like the old guy. He's like the old guy who kind of talks funny, and he uses a cane, I think, or a walking stick.
Was he the guy? Was he was a Jedi? Or,
no, he was not a Jedi.
No, who's the guy that said he was a Jedi, or he could use the Force?
I don't know. All I know is that a younger Saw Gerrera debuted in the Clone Wars series, and then the older version appears in Rebels as well.
I thought that was him, because in Rogue One, there's this guy who walks, and he's wearing a cane, and he's blind or something, and he's like, he says, "It's okay."
Well, I know who you're talking about, but no, that's not him. But no, Saw Gerrera, he appears a lot younger in the Clone Wars series, and then he appears again in Rebels, in more or less his appearance in Rogue One. They even got the actor who played him in Rogue One to do the voice.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, Anakin's Padawan Ahsoka actually returns in Rebels, and there is a scene in Rebels where she fights Darth Vader. In fact, it's even revealed how she survived the Jedi Purge.
Well, that was how she quit.
Well, yeah, at the end of the Clone Wars series, she quits, and that's how she survived the Jedi Purge. And then she appears again much older and still using lightsabers. You know, I kind of hate YouTube videos that use the term why this series and why this movie sucks. Because I know it's their own opinion, but by putting the title "This Sucks," they're pushing their opinion as fact. And I kind of don't like that.
How come?
Because why would you say something sucks when it only sucks to you?
Oh. I think some people said they have. I think some people have it in the title IMO, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, when you just say something in general sucks, like, it's okay to say why I think it's bad. But when you say, no, this is bad, I don't know, I just kind of don't like that. Telling people they're not allowed to like something just because you don't like it. And I say that because not only do you have Disney's Doug, because the thing is, while the Disney series is generally seen as weaker than the Nickelodeon series, the Disney series still has some good episodes. In fact, blaming it on George even brought up a good episode of the Disney version, where basically Patty is she's basically trying to lose weight the way you're not supposed to by not eating and excessively working out. And that's like a legit thing that goes on with kids that are in school. Like, when they're fat shamed, they go to the extreme to lose weight, when in fact they're only making it worse for themselves in terms of health. And that episode was in the Disney version, not the Nickelodeon version.
Oh.
So, and then there's this one guy I was watching today who claims that I was watching a video of his opinion of trashing the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and then I saw a video from him where I found that he does not like Star Wars Rebels. I've never seen Rebels, but from what I've heard, it's actually about on level with the Clone Wars series. The funny thing is, the Clone Wars series started with a movie that was released in theaters. The movie is not good, but then the series is good.
The movie, isn't that where they Jabba the Hutt has a daughter or something?
Jabba the Hutt has a kid, like, that they're trying to rescue. Yeah, the movie was not considered to be good.
You never hear from her again.
No.
It's like, basically the movie, all the movie was the introduction to that.
Yeah, basically the movie was only meant to be an introduction to the series, like a pilot episode for the series.
And
but
meet Asuka, or Asuka, how do you pronounce her name?
Ahsoka. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Freaking... that was its only purpose, but at least the series itself was good.
I never watched the movie.
I was going to see it in theaters because it came out at a time I was becoming a crazy Star Wars fan.
Was that one of the movies that you wanted to see, but you never did because of the movie drama?
Well, yeah, I brought this up in the movies podcast. Basically, long story short, on the day my dad promised to take me to see it, my sister signed up for a swim meet at the last minute, and then all out of nowhere, the day suddenly became about her. Even though the thing is, the movie was easily reschedulable, but my dad ended up... The movie was easily reschedulable, but the thing is, her swim meet was only in the morning, but then my dad made the decision to go to the pool instead because he was so encouraged by her swimming in the swim meet. And then when he comes home, he's like, I'm tired. Can we go another day? And at that point, I was just so ticked off. I was like, no, I don't want to go now.
And then you pulled your Snicklish thing.
Yeah, in my head, I was speaking lots of Schnicklish back then, probably. But little did I know, I saved myself from going to a bad movie.
Yeah, I might Netflix it or something on Netflix.
I do not know if the movie's on Netflix, but I know the series is.
Never mind, I don't have Netflix, so never mind that. I have
the series is on Netflix, but the thing is, once Disney launches their streaming service, the series might move there. In fact, funny thing is, the Clone Wars series is coming back for another season, which is going to air on the Disney streaming service.
Did that movie come out before Disney bought Star Wars, or after they bought Star Wars?
The whole series came out before Disney bought Star Wars.
Okay.
Like, the series was beginning to wind down and end right when Disney bought Star Wars. In fact, the reason why it ended was because Disney bought Star Wars.
Right. What's making me think, I wonder if Disney owns the rights to the 2D Star Wars, too, or not.
They probably do. I think the only things they don't own the full rights to are the original movies, because, like, they don't have the broadcasting right. Like, they don't have the streaming rights. Like, I know the fourth movie, pretty much all copies of the fourth movie were still copyrighted by 20th Century, and Disney would only get it once the copyright expired. Though, now that they're purchasing 20th Century, they don't have to worry about that anymore.
So that deal ever go through? Is it official, or are they still...
Well, it's known that Universal's not trying anymore. So, it pretty much is confirmed Disney's getting them.
I also heard people say the Blu-ray, sometimes the Blu-ray is worse than the original VHS cases.
Oh, for the movies?
Yeah. A lot of people shit on... A lot of people say the remakes are worse than the originals. Other people say the originals are... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Some people... I do agree... Some people say the remakes, they add too much stuff to the remakes or the remastered things. Like, oh, gotta add this in, gotta add this in. One thing I do agree with the remakes I think people said it before, is when they remastered in Ian McDermott's face in episode 5.
Yeah, everyone agrees that was a change that was welcome.
With the first one, it was some weird guy, weird eyes.
No, it was actually a woman.
Yes, I know.
With a man. It was actually a woman's face with a man voice acting.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree with that one, having him in there. You know what I liked really about that too? Even though he was older, he looked a lot younger in the prequels. You know, in real life he was older.
Yeah.
Actually, also, I thought it was weird. Opposite, like a lot of people, like in was it Rogue? It was in Rogue One, where a lot of people said that the general, the Governor Tark looked CGI. You know.
Yeah, he looked like he came straight out of Star Wars Battlefront.
But to me, it was the opposite. When I first saw the movie, you know, I didn't notice it. I thought maybe, you know.
I mean, to me, Leia looked pretty realistic, but Tarkin just kind of looked a little too animated. Maybe that was just me.
To me, it was the opposite. I thought I could tell immediately that the Princess Leia in the end scene was the CGI thing. She literally looked like her from the movie. You know, like they basically put her like image over somebody else's face. But for Tarkin, I thought for a while I thought he was another actor. They got a similar actor or something. I thought, oh, they got somebody to play him, look just like him. But then, to me, the Princess Leia was obviously CGI.
For me, it was the opposite. Well, then again, it's probably because Leia wasn't on screen long enough for me to get a good look.
It looks like that Angry Orange or something. Like they put her. They look at an actress and put someone else's face over, a computer face over her.
Oh. And meanwhile, originally they said Carrie Fisher was not going to appear in Episode 9, even though her family gave permission, and then the Star Wars people were like, no, we're not having her in at all. And then when the official cast of Episode 9 was unveiled, they're like, oh, we're going to have her after all.
So she taped her scene before she died then?
No, they're just going to use unused archive footage of her.
Oh, okay. I'm like... It's funny, though. She's the only one that hasn't died on the show, but she's the only one that died in real life.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is still around. I mean, I think Mark Hamill's still going to be in Episode 9, maybe as a Force Ghost.
Yeah, but... Yeah, Solo and Luke are both dead on the movies, but not dead in real life.
In fact, Harrison Ford got to appear in another famous role of his in Blade Runner, and he's slated to appear in another Indiana Jones.
Hopefully it's better than the Crystal Skull was.
I mean, I didn't think that movie was bad, though.
I don't think it was bad. It was bad. It was like...
I mean, all the movies have their stupid moments. I mean, I will say, it was a bit disappointing that they couldn't get Sean Connery out of retirement to play his dad again. Because even to this day, Sean Connery's still alive. And he had just retired from acting around the point they were making Indiana Jones 4, and they asked him if he would be willing to return. He told them no, and he said this word for word: retirement is too damn fun.
A lot of people bring that up in wrestling too. Like after some, like the WWE character HBK retired from wrestling, and he stayed retired. Some people retire and they come back a year or two later. He said he stayed retired after he quit. You know he made appearance. You know he still makes appearances in the ring and stuff. But he never ever wrestled again.
Huh. Oh, wait. I need to use the ability first to make the remedies.
Oh, hey, I made $1.93 on the podcast today.
You made $1 for Merlin?
Yep, almost $2 for Merlin. From 86 cheers.
There, Remedy Plus. What? Oh, okay. That's what Remedy Plus does. But no, what I'm trying to do is freaking get Doom Train.
Let's see, who is it? It is... Hey, Pokesaurus, you're back. Welcome back, Pokesaurus. Podcast is over with, and now we're playing Final Fantasy VIII. But since you're still here, if you're still here, it's been 4 minutes. But have you ever give up on anything, Pokesaurus, that you regret?
You know, I think I might just keep him as Doom Train. Because I don't know what to call this guy.
Call him Pokesaurus. No. I did that on my.
Maybe I'll just say the Reaper.
Yeah, I did that on my game once. I never finished it because Cloud died in my live stream of Final Fantasy, and I gotta go back and do that too. And I couldn't get past the boss because I couldn't revive Cloud, so I accidentally went past the save point. I can't go back down to revive myself. If I go back to the save point, I can probably restore. I can probably, but. Yeah, but I named Cloud me. I named MarioTube after Barrett, and I was gonna name you after somebody else. Like maybe I was either gonna name you Sid, or I was gonna name Red 13 Shnick, but we never got that problem.
You were gonna name me after. You were gonna have me as Red 13. I would have rather had been Sid.
I forgot what I was gonna do, but yeah, because you had the dog, so I was like, ooh, maybe they named him Baby Kisses. I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm not the one that gives babies kisses. The baby gives babies kisses. Alright, so what junctions do you have? Because we need to give Squall vitality. So we might have to do a trade. Alright, he has those. And then which ones have... Alright, so she's got vitality. Oh, she only has 4 equipped? Let's see. Alright.
This is a Skillshare app.
Alright. He doesn't have vitality. This doesn't have vitality. Oh, this one does have vitality.
So how much longer are you be playing for tonight?
I don't know.
I might continue. I know.
Or and the devil.
Because tomorrow I gotta go. I'm gonna ride the bus tomorrow. I gotta get my phone checked. Go to the Apple Store, get my phone checked.
Oh. Alright, so let's see if Zell has numerous Vitality GF equipped.
Yeah, I gotta go see if I'm having trouble charging my phone. I gotta see if it's my phone itself or if it's the charger. Like, if it's just the crappy charger I'm using, and I gotta get an Apple approved charger,
Oh. Alright, we have to trade.
Because sometimes it's like, oh, like this charger's not being accepted by your thing. Dismiss, and I got replug it in and stuff. I got unplug it, replug it in and stuff. I don't know if the charger or the thing on the phone is loose. So I gotta go figure that out.
Here, you take the new summon. Oh, wait. I have to give you your abilities.
Oh, I am off all day. I don't know, and I am off tomorrow on Sunday, so I can. What you want to do something tomorrow after I get back from my trip? We can do something then.
Okay.
I could stream my editing of Phoenix Wright or Kingdom Hearts, or you could stream something.
I don't know. Guess it depends on what me and my ma are doing tomorrow.
I said I'll be gone. I'll be here all day, so I'll be here all day. I'll be here all night, so even at nighttime you can do something. So I'll be gone most of the morning, afternoon, probably doing my bus riding.
Alright, what I need to do is give... There, you give Squall all your crap. There. Alright, before we go through the door, I'm gonna save the game again. I might be getting up to disc 4 very shortly.
Oh yeah, PS1, multiple discs.
Yeah. Oh, I think we have to fight Cypher now.
Was Seltzer FF9 6? I mean,
Setzer?
Yeah.
Setzer was 6.
Okay. Yeah, 6 is I think 6 is the earliest K8 appearances in KH.
Yeah, 6 is the only classic Final Fantasy game to be represented in KH.
Sucks. Yeah, I want some. I want to see some 4 in KH.
Oh, and look, she's actually talking in full sentences. By the way, you know the way that in the KH games, it's not explained how Squall and Cypher got the scars that they have on their face.
Yeah.
You know how it's explained in this game, right?
No.
It's in the intro.
Oh.
Essentially, they're both gunblade wielders. I mean, Cypher in KH is not a gunblade wielder, but Squall obviously still is.
Yeah,
but
yes.
Essentially, they were sparring with each other, but then Cypher got way too into it, and he knocked Squall over and slashed him in the face, and like his face is all bloodied with the wound that left the scar. And Squall just does a return hit, giving him a very similar shaped scar. Like, it's in the opening FMV. In fact, once you actually get to the gameplay, Squall's in the school hospital getting treated for the wound. Keep in mind that Squall's a lot younger than he is in KH. In KH, he's in his mid-20s, but here he's only 17.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that in the Kate's podcast in your headcanon.
Yeah, because that's why it would have been nice to see see a younger Squall in Cage Birth by Sleep, where he was the age he was in this game, and then he failed to protect Radiant Garden. The baby's kisses.
Does Squall need some baby kisses?
No, Cypher's getting baby's death.
Oh, that reminds me. There's an argument of people saying who's more emo, Cloud or Squall.
I mean, Squall often talks to himself. Admittedly, I do it too, but usually when there's nobody around. And I think Cypher's a good way to get aura spells, so we kind of need to farm them from him. Hoping I said Cypher, not Squall.
I'll go back to check the stream later and find out. He's like, whoopsie.
Yeah. So I might let Cypher drop. Wait, he does not have cure spells, so we have to use our own stock, our own supply. It's just that Aura is a spell that lets us do frickin' limit breaks without our health being low. See, this is what you have to do for most of the game. You have to do this to increase your stats.
What? Level grind?
No, not level. Leveling up on its own is not good enough, because in this game, enemies kind of level up with you.
Oh, okay. So, no matter how powerful you are, the enemies. I kind of like that. You can't. It's sometimes annoying though, but other times it's still a challenge. You know, no matter how.
I mean, here your stat boosts have to come from junctioning magic.
Yeah, but no matter how powerful you get, the enemies are still as powerful as you. You can't be.
Not really, because like right now, a lot of my characters are not leveled up very much. Only Squall's really leveled up, and the thing is, enemies level up to the level average of your current party. So maybe if you had some characters that were like, maybe if you had a level 10 character in the same party as a level 70 character, then maybe that would help the level 70 character really help take down the boss that's maybe level 40.
Is experience divided equally or what?
I think it's divided equally between only your active party members. It's not given to anyone who's not in your party.
Okay. Because sometimes in games like that, if one guy's too high in the thing, then the party don't get good skills. If you get a level 60, helping out the same party with level 20.
Not sure if I want to heal Squall just yet. Actually, why don't I just cast Aura on him? No. Because if we cast Aura on him, then we don't have to wait for him to get to low health. I think she will be on healing duty. Squall will be on freaking limit breaking, and he will be on freaking getting aura. Oh god. He's done. Yay! Hero, an item that literally makes us invincible. Alright, and after an FMV, this is going to be the end of Disc 3.
Yay. Is FF8 the last one? Was FF9 the last game for the PS1?
Final Fantasy IX was the last one for the PS1.
So that was the last one that used multiple discs?
Yeah, I think so. And then again, the Xbox 360 version of Final Fantasy XIII was on 3 discs. Alright. Who should we have in our party?
I do not know.
It's either her. Don't really want to have Mr. Cowboy here. It's either her or her.
What's the difference?
I think she's less leveled up. Also, she's a character you should recognize.
Let me look. Oh, is it, what's your name? Sophie?
Yeah, that's the girl with the jump rope that was on Destiny Islands.
Okay, put Sophie in there.
Alright. Now, only thing I have to do is...
Protect her? Because he's...
No, I have to give her the junctions of this girl here.
Oh, and protect her because he's like... Like, hi, I need a bodyguard since I'm level 22.
No, in this game, she's 16 instead of, like, what, 10 years old, 12 years old?
I think they're all 14. Except for Riku.
No, I think Waka was 16, Titus was 13, and then I think Selphie was 12.
Really? I thought he was I thought he was the same age as Kairi.
I don't think so.
Apparently, Pokesaurus gave up on Pikachu. I guess.
Gave up on Pikachu, huh?
Yeah. I asked him what he gave up on, and he said Pikachu.
And then here's the FMV, I think. Or is there an FMV, or are we just going to be prompted to save? Nope, we're getting prompted to save, meaning the disc change.
This change happened during big events like in Final Fantasy VII, where it happened after Aerith died and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I would say the disc changes happen at big points. In disc, like, I know a very popular fan theory is that Squall was dead for the whole game because disc 1, you fight the sorceress Edea. And literally, after the battle, Squall gets impaled by a giant icicle Edea generates.
Oh, I thought maybe you were going to say he dies during the first cutscene.
No, he doesn't.
Like, rebattle.
Oh, yeah, he gets impaled by a giant icicle. And the thing is, the disc 2 opens with him in a Galbadian prison. He's like, what happened to my wound? And that's the only time it's ever brought up again. Even though the theory has been disproven by a lot of experts. But yeah, so disc 1 ends with the giant icicle going through his chest. Disc 2 ends with you fighting Edea again. You find out that she was actually brainwashed by the real villain in the game, Ultimecia. Like she was being possessed. And then disc 3 ends with another potential host for Ultimecia being surrendered by Cypher right here. I know Final Fantasy IX did that in a similar way too, but it's been a while since I played 9.
I heard some people say that 10 is like a prequel to 7.
Well, that's because there's characters in the game that propose making a company called Shinra, but I think that was just meant to be a reference. Alright, disc 3 is out, and now disc 4 is going in.
The final disc. That's the final battle now.
Yeah, we are. Just like Final Fantasy VII, pretty much only the final dungeon is on disc 4. Except Final Fantasy VII was 3 discs, whereas 8 and 9 are 4 discs.
So even more story to tell.
That and their graphics are a lot better than 7's.
I think I think 7 was at the beginning of the PS4. The PS4. 7 was 7. I think 7 was at the beginning of the PS1 live stream, and I think maybe 8 and 9 were like near the end.
Well, 8 was released in 1999, and then 9 was actually released in 2000, just after the PS2 came out.
So we'll overlap then.
Yeah, like 9 was actually forgotten by a lot of people at first because it came out like 1 month after the PS2 launched. So, I mean, it still sold enough copies to make the greatest hits, but
yeah, that's the thing I think Nintendo the doing more is there's no overlaps anymore in them games. Like console's gone, old console dropped.
well, Sony still has the PS3 alive, even though pretty much no games are being made for it. Like, Sony's infamous for how long they keep their machines alive.
Like Nintendo used to be that way too. I mean, I've said this before, but like after the Super NES came out, they were still making the NES games. For years.
Well, I gotta go to the bathroom quick.
So, hey, Pokesaurus, you're still here? With people were in the call. I should get a family thumbnail for this episode. Shopkeepers.
Oh, that's not a good thing. My dog's not following me. Jesus, hell. I have to close the disc cover.
Well, now that you're back, I gotta use the bathroom, so so you can entertain the troops now.
Hang on a minute. I want to see if the FMV actually starts.
Okay.
Oh, now it says no. Up. Up. Not yet. Not yet. I have to quickly use a tent. Or wait, we can't. So I just wanted you to see what, because the FMVs in this game actually look really good. Like they could literally, as a PS2 tech demo, pretty much all they did was reanimate the ballroom dancing FMV in 60 FPS. Like I think they barely had to change the graphics. That's how good the FMVs in this look.
Okay.
All right. All right. Did they climb up? Hope I'm just not going to it. Please tell me this is the FMV.
Is it?
I know there's an FMV of Cypher holding. Hang on. Yeah, here we are. We're back at the scene. Oh, here we are. Here it is. I think out of all the PS1 Final Fantasies, 8 was considered to be the best looking. I think he went to the bathroom already.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I think 8 was considered the best looking, only because 9 wasn't considered as good looking, because 9 intentionally went for a bit more of a cartoony look.
So is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So now I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay. Alright, so hoping I'm not messing anything up here. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on. Well, she's dead. He's not quite dead. I have to use a Mega Phoenix, unfortunately. Oh, Fated Circle, okay. Oh, God. Oh, it hit her, too. Damn it. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, she already has Regen, huh? What the hell? The frame rate? The frame rate just tanked. Oops. Please hit him. Nice. And we're healing up because I think she's about to use Ultima. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Still battling?
Yep. This boss is a wee bit difficult. Please tell me you have life.
I see
You do have
I see
life.
Zella's dead.
Yeah. Trying to bring him back.
I would think Selphie would die since he was the one that was under leveled.
I mean, well, she's got a lot of good junction.
Ah. You know, when the cutscene, I came to this before because I was in a hurry, but the girl in the cutscene almost reminded me of Yuna from Final Fantasy X.
Really?
Their face looked familiar. Like I can't say they're all the same, but she looked like either like it's not Tifa or Yuna. Like no, but like her face looked like people some other Final Fantasy characters I've seen. Like they should look like Yuna from Final Fantasy X for a second. At least to me, she did. So this is the final boss?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Oop. Oh, great.
Stuck in my head.
Up, faded circle. So now, friggin' Squall's girlfriend's gonna get hit. Bang.
So,
Oops. Oh, wait, I think I killed it.
Is Selphie Squall's girlfriend?
No, the one that's latched onto this demon is.
Oh. Okay, I thought Selphie was his girlfriend.
No.
I've seen
Selphie's the girlfriend of the cowboy.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the shipping thing I read then. Some shipping. Maybe it was just I read some shipping thing then. They had put them together.
Well, we killed it.
Laguna. Their name Laguna?
Yeah, no, Laguna's a guy that you control in a bunch of flashbacks, and you find out he's the president of like a big that in the present day he's the president of like a big city, and he's helping you take down Ultimecia. And even though it's not directly stated, it's heavily implied that he's Squall's dad.
Oh. I also remember that name too. I forget, either you or Rex Thomas brought him up in the podcast.
Well, that's because Laguna was meant to appear as an announcer for the Mirage Arena in Cage Birth by Sleep, but then they decided to have him in Dissidia Duodecim instead. Notably, out of all the newcomers in Dissidia Duodecim, he was the only character that needed to obtain a new voice actor because he never had one. Because Yuna, Lightning, and Vaughn were already voiced in their own games. Tifa got a voice actor in later stuff like at Final Fantasy VII Advent Children and Cage 2. And then Kain from Final Fantasy IV got a voice actor in the DS remake of Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah. Is this the final battle?
No, not even close.
At
least there's no reason to draw magic from it. And now we can freely use limit breaks.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Once I hate to do this, I'm gonna have to get going then.
Okay.
Cause I gotta do something. I want to do something in the morning. So I gotta be awake in the morning to do stuff.
All right. Well, this is all you get to see then.
Once you do this again later, yeah.
All right.
Unless you want to stream it on your channel or stream it yourself, or stream it on my channel yourself.
Okay.
Since you have my code and stuff.
I mean, yeah.
You still have it?
I mean, if you want to change the Twitch title to Shnick Plays Final Fantasy VIII, then I guess you can.
I already did that.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Alright, then I might actually take over then. I just have to find your Twitch key. Alright. I'll stop sharing then.
See y'all later. Maybe you stick with me, or maybe you won't. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
I mean, I'll be back after I go see where my dog is, because my ma's been anal about me not letting him run loose.
Yeah, but I gotta do stuff in the morning to do that. I actually gotta get some sleep at nighttime because I'm off tomorrow. So
I don't know how much longer I'll be, but we'll see.
peace. Bye.